Let's be real. The cloud isn't some newfangled thing. We all know about it, but the real question is, are you actually using it strategically? Today, we're diving into what's called hub-level cloud computing and why, for small and medium-sized businesses, this is going to be the defining strategy for 2025.
This quote right here, it really hits the nail on the head. Just moving to the cloud by tossing your files onto some remote server, that's not a strategy. That's just a digital filing cabinet. The real payoff, the kind that actually grows your business, well, that only happens when you plan it out. So why is this so critical for 2025? It really comes down to the three big pressures every single business owner is feeling. How do I scale up without buying a ton of expensive new servers? How do I get my team to work smarter, not harder? And maybe most importantly, how do I make sure we don't get left in the dust? And if you think the cloud is just a buzzword, get a load of this number, $30 billion. That's a single cloud contract that Oracle just signed. The absolute giants of industry are betting everything on this, and that creates a massive ripple effect. Now, for small and medium businesses, that's both a warning and, believe it or not, a huge opportunity.
Okay, so if you're not playing with a $30 billion budget, what are you supposed to do? The answer isn't about spending more, it's about being smarter. And that brings us to the core of our explainer today, hub-level cloud computing. It's a solution that was basically built from the ground up for businesses just like yours.
So what is it, really? Well, at its core, the idea is actually pretty simple. Think of a hub-level solution as the digital command center for your entire business. It's one central place, one platform that pulls together all your essential tools and services. And the bottom line? You get all the power the big guys have, just without that eye-watering price tag.
Okay, digital command center sounds great, I get it. But what's actually under the hood? What are we really talking about here? Let's break down the core components, piece by piece. So let's walk through what this actually means for you day to day. A centralized management console. That's your single source of truth. One dashboard, no more password chaos. Integrated applications means your tools finally start talking to each other. Imagine your sales CRM automatically updating your accounting software. Then there's on-demand scalability. This is your secret weapon for growth. You can handle a massive spike in sales on Black Friday without anything crashing. And the rest of it, that built-in security, those collaboration tools, the automation for things like backups, it all boils down to one simple thing: less for you and your team to worry about.
And here's the thing, you've probably already seen this in action. Maybe you even use a version of it every day. If your business runs on Microsoft 365 and you tap into their Azure cloud services for anything, yep, you're in a hub. The same exact thing is true for Google Workspace and its Google Cloud platform. Both of these models do the same fundamental thing. They combine the tools you use constantly with powerful back-end services, all managed from one spot.
Okay, so we know what a hub-level solution is, and we get why it's such a big deal. The next logical question is, how do you actually do it? How do you put one of these in place? Let's get into the action plan.
Your game plan really comes down to these 4 steps. First, assess. You can't plan a road trip without knowing where you're starting from, right? So take a good, hard look at your current tech. Second, define. You need to get super specific about what you need the cloud to do for you. Is it about faster customer service, better inventory management? Pinpoint it. 3, comply. And this one is absolutely non-negotiable. You have to know the data regulations that apply to your business. And finally, number 4, train. The best tools in the world are totally useless if your team isn't ready to use them. Let's just zoom in on that compliance step for a minute, because honestly, this part is mission critical. Getting data privacy wrong can lead to massive fines and worse, a total loss of your customers' trust. These guardrails have to be up before you do anything else.
This chart here breaks down the big 3 regulations you really need to be aware of. If you have any customers in Europe, you're looking at GDPR. If you do business in California, that's CCPA/CPRA. And for anyone even touching the healthcare space, HIPAA is the law of the land. Now, any good cloud provider will offer you tools to help with this. But just remember, at the end of the day, compliance is your responsibility.
All right, we've gone through the what, the why, and the how-to. Now for the most important part, what can you do, like right now, as soon as this explainer is over?
Here are your first 3 moves. 1, start researching. Check out the big 3 providers. That's Amazon's AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure. See what they offer. 2, collaborate. Bring your IT team or your tech consultant in early. This has to be a team effort. And 3, and this is the step that so many people forget, you have to monitor and optimize. A cloud setup is not a crock pot, right? You can't just set it and forget it. Constantly tweaking and improving is where you find the real long-term value. So let's just leave you with this one final thought. In 2025, having a strategic hub-level cloud solution, it isn't about getting an edge anymore. It's the very foundation that a modern, thriving business has to be built on.
And that really just leaves one question you need to answer for yourself. As you look ahead to 2025, is your business prepared to build on that foundation? Thanks for joining us for this explainer.